Hello, and welcome to Chapter 10 of the OpenStax Lifespan Development textbook. Today we're going over social and emotional development in adolescence, ages 12 to 18. All of the following information is directly from OpenStax and their free resources online. You can find a link to the free textbook in the description below. Thank you to OpenStax. Let's begin. Figure 10.1. Young people are trying their hardest to fit in with their friends and peers while also trying to establish themselves as independent individuals. Chapter outline. We are going to go over the following sections: 10.1 Theories of Adolescent Socio-Emotional Development, Section 10.2 Emotional and Development in Adolescence, 10.3 Identity and Culture, Race, Ethnicity, Gender and Sexuality, Social Context, and Family and Community Contexts. Section 10.1 Theories of Adolescent Socio-Emotional Development. We'll discuss theories about the role of adolescence in the lifespan, describe adolescent's central challenge, the search for identity. This is marketed by the identity versus role confusion stage of Erik Erikson's psychosocial stages of development, and identify the developmental tasks and milestones of the adolescent period. Figure 10.2. While the freedom to drive enhances teen autonomy or self-governing, it also brings significant responsibility to drive safely. Table 10.1. Some developmental tasks of adolescence. Firstly, let's look at the psychological. In early adolescence, teens think concretely and begin to develop moral ideas, develop their sexual identity, and reassess their body image. As they grow, they start thinking abstractly but may be egocentric, develop better verbal skills, link laws with morality, and start forming strong beliefs, be it religious or political. In late adolescence, their abstract thinking becomes more complex. They see the difference between law and morality, have better impulse control, further develop their personal identity, and either deepen or reject their religious and political beliefs. When it comes to social, in early adolescence, teens start to develop emotional independence from their parents, strongly identify with peers, as mentioned in the last chapter, and may experiment with risky behaviors like smoking. As they grow, they continue to develop emotional independence from parents, maintain strong peer connections, are more likely to experiment with health risks like smoking and drinking, show romantic or sexual interest, and begin thinking about careers. In late adolescence, they develop social independence, form intimate relationships, and strive to acquire career skills and financial independence. Table 10.2 Some culture-based markers of adulthood in the United States. We're going to look at the marker and the age of adult status in years. Firstly is participating in a bar or bat mitzvah of the Jewish religion, ages of 12 to 13. Next is participating in a quinceañera. Many Latin cultures engage in this, and the age of adult status would be 15. Next is driving, 15 to 17, depending on the state. Attending R-rated movie without caregiver, age 17. Graduating high school, anywhere from 17 to 19. Voting is 18. Consent for sexual activity, 16 to 18, depending on the U.S. state. Drinking, purchasing alcohol at 21, renting a car, 25, and procuring own health insurance at 26. Figure 10.3. Rites of passage include, as seen in image A, having a quinceañera celebration, or seen in image B, graduating from high school, or in image C, becoming old enough to vote. Figure 10.4. Figure 10.4. Marcia's identity statuses are defined by two questions. Successful identity achievement requires an individual to have explored various roles before committing to a specific identity. Individuals who commit to an identity without exploration are in identity foreclosure. Those who are actively exploring without committing are in moratorium. Diffusion indicates a failure to explore as well as a failure to commit. Just to reiterate, when we look at the image above with the identity status, high commitment and low exploration is foreclosure, prematurely committed to goals or identities without sufficient consideration. High commitment and high exploration includes identity achievement, though thoughtful decisions made regarding emerging adult roles and values. Low commitment and low exploration is diffusion. It's undecided because of a lack of thought and planning. And high exploration and low commitment are a moratorium, exploring the possibilities but still seeking a calling. Section 10.2, Emotional and Self-Development in Adolescence. We'll describe the course of emotional development during adolescence, discuss the development of self-regulation and emotional intelligence in adolescence, describe the development of self-concept and self-esteem, and explain the relevance of body image. Figure 10.5. As seen in Image A, climate activist Greta Thunberg and in Image B, advocate for female education, Malala Yousafzai, became activists as teens and have demonstrated persistence in those activities into adulthood. Figure 10.6. Beginning new body care rituals like shaving or using cosmetics can be common ways adolescents attempt to fit in, maintain a certain body image, or work to develop a body image that matches their new life stage. I knew whenever I was an adolescent I couldn't wait to shave, and now I can't stand to shave. Section 10.3, Identity and Culture. Race, ethnicity, gender, and sexuality in adolescence. We'll briefly describe the development of ethnic and multicultural identity during adolescence. Discuss how adolescents can develop a bi/multiracial identity. Outline the process of developing a gender identity in adolescence and describe the development of sexual orientation during adolescence. Figure 10.7, Census data illustrate his percentage of various race and ethnic groups in different age groups. Note the differences between 2010 and 2020. We're looking at the percentage distribution of race and Hispanic origin by age group, 2010 and 2020, and I will let you pause the video to look at the difference between the percentage of population under 18 years and the percent of population 18 years and over between the 2010 and 2020 census, and between white alone, black or African American alone, American Indian, Asian, and others. Figure 10.8. Navigating the identities and terms associated with Hispanic and Latino identity is complex. Table 10.3. Average age at which sexual minority individuals reach sexual milestones. We're going to look at the milestone, the average age reached for LGBTQ plus persons, and the social group differences. The first sexual attraction at 12.7 years, social group differences, males reach earlier, Hispanics and blacks reach earlier. First sexual contact, 18.1. Social group differences, males reach earlier, Hispanics and blacks reach earlier, and blacks reach the earliest. Self-identified as LGBTQ plus, 17.8. Males reach earlier and Hispanics and blacks reach earlier. Started coming out, average age 19.6 years, and Hispanics and blacks reach earlier. And first romantic relationship at 20.9 years, Hispanics and blacks reach earlier. Section 10.4, Social Context in Adolescence. We'll briefly describe the role of peers in social development, describe the role of romantic relationships and dating in adolescence, discuss the influence of various media on adolescent development, and describe the context of education and trends in academic achievement across adolescence. Figure 10.9, Romantic relationships are important. Romantic relationships are an important component of identity development during adolescence. In Figure 10, friends, cliques, and crowds are important groups in teen development. This is whenever we make the shifts comparatively to childhood from our parents to now our peers and our acquaintances. Our cliques and our crowds are hugely influential on how we develop during this time frame. Figure 10.11, teens with a secure attachment history are often skilled at listening, sharing, and offering emotional support to others. Figure 10.12, the total screen time usage per day for entertainment purposes has significantly increased for both preteens and teens. When looking at the image above, specifically in Image A, let's look at teens visiting YouTube app or another site. we're going to look at the percentage of 13 to 17-year-olds who have either used the app or use it consistently. Now, in the light pink, that's when somebody has used the app ever. And in the red or more burgundy, those are the percentage of individuals who use it consistently. In 2022, 95% of 13 to 17-year-olds have been or used YouTube, and 19% used it consistently. 67%, I'd say this has increased significantly, but 67% have used TikTok before, and 16% use it consistently. 62% have used Instagram, while 10% use it consistently. 59% have used Snapchat, and 15% have used it consistently. 32% have used Facebook before, but only 2% use Facebook consistently. In image B, the average daily entertainment screen time. This has increased over the years between teens and tweens alike. From 2015 to 2021, overall, the screen time in hours has increased, with a staggering number there for teens in 2021 being over 8.5 hours daily. Figure 10.13. 12th grade math scores show some range in proficiency based on various socio-demographic factors, including gender, race/ethnicity, English language proficiency, and parental education. Note, for example, the increase in scores as parent education levels, figure 10.14. 12th grade reading scores show some range in proficiency based on various demographic factors, including gender, race/ethnicity, English language proficiency, and parental education. Once again, note, for example, the difference in scores between those learning English and those already proficient in English. Section 10.5, Family and Community Context in Adolescence. In this section, we'll briefly describe the impact of various parenting styles on development during adolescence, identify sources of parent-adolescent conflict, and discuss assets and activities related to positive youth development. Figure 10.15, many families maintain warmth and closeness in adolescence. And this is particularly common in authoritative households. This is where the parent gives reasonable limits and reasonable demands. You may not get what you want every time, but they at least allow you to utilize your voice in explaining your point of view. This can be facilitated through shared activities, contrary to the popular media notion that adolescents and parents are perpetually in conflict. Many families get along quite well. Figure 10.16, youth activities that foster positive development are available through various community groups and organizations. As seen in Image A, teens learn about the City of Greenville's Video Production Control Room as part of a Grow Local initiative that brings high school students to visit various area organizations and businesses in Greenville, North Carolina. This 4-H group helped with trail maintenance and planted a butterfly garden as part of its Outdoor Wildlife Leadership Service project in the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area in Kentucky. And finally, 10.17, a bar mitzvah is an important milestone for some teens. This will conclude Chapter 10 of the Lifespan Development Textbook provided by OpenStax. Once again, you can find a link to the textbook in the description below. Thank you to OpenStax for providing this free resource for students, and thank you for watching the duration of this chapter. I hope to see you in the next one for Chapter 11. Have a good rest of your day.